Hello again. Okay, first off, let's go to TLA directory. This is going to be something that I was working on that I'm going to have to call quits on because it turns out there's a major complication. Let's look at a program here. What I did was I created a program. I just get 100, 110, these are the line numbers. And the idea behind this was to fill up the TI memory. And the reason why is because I wanted to use the SAMs in order to swap out memory pages in Extended Basic, so that what you could do is you could have an endless Extended Basic program. Just keep adding more lines. If they were the same line numbers, you could put them at the bottom. The major difficulty with this problem was, well, let's start off here. This is test. We'll load it. And as you can see, that's what it looks like. It's just line after line after line. And the idea was that I go to the very end at like 1880 or whatever. We go to the end here and I could swap in lines in this area on down for another program. And you could just keep on doing that. Well, there came to be a little bit of a problem. If you go down to, let's go to the debugger. If you go to say like A000, as you can see at A000, or next, let's see now, let's go this way. You can see it's not used. The reason why it's not used is because this area ends at A040 for Extended Basic. That's where it is. So my idea was, well, you got two ways to go with this. You can change, in RxB, you can change where the last memory address is and use the area like, let's say, A000 to B000 as an open spot. In other words, this area right here you could use for assembly language along with the lower AK. That's probably what I'll have to do. I cannot do what I wanted to do, which is just add Extended Basic line numbers. If you look at this program here, I did the same thing, but at the end, I modified it. At, see, 1880, where'd it go? Well, I should be able to do it. We go old disk. Oh, excuse me, it's this one right here, wrong one. At the very end, I added @ symbols because I wanted to substitute these line numbers for a different set of line numbers for a different program, since I was maxing out each line. Well, the idea was going to work, except for one little thing. The line number table is located, if you go to the very end here, whoops, that's previous. You notice anything oddball about here? Right here? Look at this. I substituted all these lines. That should not be there because I substituted the @ symbols for them from 840 on. But they're not the @ symbols. Where'd the @ symbols go? Well, it turns out Extended Basic, when it adds a line in, it changes the line number table where things are. The line number table is kept in expanded memory at the very end. And VDP, if you go to VDP, VDP has the variables. Well, I'm not using any variables. This is the buffer right here. If you look at this, that's the buffer right here. And there's no variables being used. As you can see, it's all empty. But there's no line number table. In TI Basic or TI Extended Basic with no 32K, the line number table would be here along with your string variables and your variable table. But as your variable table is now here, when you have a 32K, it moves it around all the time. Now, if it does a garbage collection, it'll do a better idea of moving these around, so a better idea where they're at. But try to imagine that you want to add lines to this. It's a nightmare, to say the least, because what happens is it's moving this table around all the time, especially when you're running the program, when you add lines to it. So making an endless line zone to Extended Basic would require basically an entire rewrite of Extended Basic. It was a great idea. I really wanted to do this, but it was not going to pan out because the way Extended Basic is written. So I had to give up on the idea. So instead, what we can do is we can go call my memory manager lines. Like I could change the VDP stack, and I already showed a demo on this in the videos. So you could change the location of VDP stack for like the missing link or something like that. Or you can go with PRAM, which allows you to change the address of the start and last line of the 32K memory, or the upper 24K for Extended Basic. And I did a demo on this too, like 3 demos, I think. So what we have to do is we have to do something like that. And then we can load assembly or another Extended Basic program here and just move it into memory. That would actually work. So the idea of making an endless Extended Basic program is dead. Sorry to say. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to update you on what's going on. And that's what this video is about. It's the end of a dream.